Hi friends, it's Suzanne here. Thanks for joining me for another paper pumpkin alternative video. I'm not doing an unboxing because Stampin' Up does a great how-to video, so I'll just post that link in the description box below. But this was all the supplies that came in this month's kit. I'm going to show you alternatives. So I have a piece of Whisper White here that is 5 1/4 by 4, and I am using some soft sky and a sponge to gently and softly ink up about half of the card, just with soft circular movements. And then I'm taking my Wink of Stella and flicking it on the background. I kind of want it to make a sparkly, but a very soft and sparkly background. And I did make a big splotch there, but that's okay, I take care of it. So I've pulled out the new Berry Burst ink pad and I'm stamping 3 sprinkles, and then 3 more sprinkles in chocolate, and 3 more sprinkles in Calypso Coral. And this is going to be the sprinkled donut frosting. So with a little bit of fast fuse here, I'm going to adhere the frosting to a donut half. So I cut that donut card base in half. And now I am taking my 3/4 inch punch, and I'm making it look like someone took a bite out of it. So I have used the soft suede ink, the big one. You get a small ink spot in the kit, but I just find it easier to use my big pad. So I'm stamping Thankful for You, and then here's my half-eaten donut on the top. And now I'm going to flip that cardstock over and trim off the excess. Stampin' Up used to have these scissors, but not anymore. You can still find them in the craft store though, and I'm still going to continue using them because they're fabulous. Anyway, so a thick Whisper White card base, and I'm just putting some fast fuse on the back of that art piece really, and now I'm going to adhere everything down. I am going to take a little bit more Wink of Stella and just dot it on the donut because I thought it looked like sugar, and you can kind of see it sprinkled off to the side there. These are lovely stills of the very first alternative card for you today. So second card is okay, so I'm starting off with the chocolate drizzle, and it was kind of hard to keep the shape here, so I was doing my very best in trying to pull these stickers, that's basically what they were, of chocolate drizzle. And again, I have cut my donut base in half, and I'm using the very vanilla frosting, and trying to keep the shape of that chocolate drizzle. I noticed that these stickers, they stick okay, but you really have to press them down with a bone folder or something. So yeah, some of the pieces came up, so I just took a bone folder and smashed it, and then once it was on there, it was difficult to get off, so I guess it's a little bit of wiggle room. So yeah, when I cut the donut card in half, there's sort of like a little tab that I have to cut off, and that's what I did. Now you'll notice up in the top corner there's a half a donut. Don't worry, I didn't get hungry during this video. It was for my another tutorial that I share with my customers, my paper pumpkin customers exclusively. So just thought, in case you wanted to know what that was all about, and if you want to see that tutorial, you need to become one of my subscribers. Okay, so anyway, I'm using a circle die and the Swirly Scribbles die. They have 2 little sort of off, uneven, irregular circles. So I'm using the smaller one for the donut base, and then the bigger one for the donut frosting. I am trying to use all of my supplies here. So I'm making one big mama donut and one baby donut. So now that the baby donut has come out of the big shot, I am taking my scissors, and instead of making it a perfectly round frosting, I am cutting to create that irregularity that frosting would normally get when you drizzle it on a donut. So I use Fast Fuse here, but I should use Tombow or some kind of liquid glue. It would have been probably easier. So I'm putting the frosting on the baby donut. And now I have taken one of the banners that came in the kit. It is blue. And I have stamped with the soft suede ink, "I love you a whole bunch." It's oh so very punny. I'm using the dimensionals to pop the mama donut up and the baby donut up as well. And then I will put some more dimensionals on the back of that banner, and just trying to figure out where it goes so that half of it will be popped up and half of it will be stuck to the mama donut. And that's the whole point of this one, was a mama and a baby donut. I thought it was cute. I don't have kids, but I'm sure many of you do, and you know, this could be a lovely lunchtime note card that you can put in your kids' lunch. Or anyway, they came with little half pearls, so I don't know, I don't think I've ever eaten a donut with pearls on it, but maybe these are to simulate some kind of candy. Good try, really. I've just cut off the excess, and that is the second card for today. There's quite a few cards alternatives that I made, so I'm trying to keep track. So this is it all finished up. The mama and the baby, they kind of look cute. So while making that card, I decided on making another card with baby donuts. So here I've taken the circle. I'm just showing you the circle goes for both the donut base and the frosting, and those two irregular circles came out of the swirly scribbles, and I'm just showing you there what circle that I used. So I cut out 15, I believe, or 16, and I just sort of, you know, went to town, did everything kind of in mass production mode, cut everything, or die cut everything, and then now I'm scissor cutting everything, and now I am daubing everything. So I have a dauber and this little plastic sheet. People have asked me about it. I have a big one and a little one. It's an ink sheet, and it comes from the UK. One of my crafty friends from the UK sent them to me. They're awesome. The ink, you can sort of pick it back up again. There's no wastage, so that's nice. So I made a whole bunch of different colors. I started off with powder pink, and I think there's lemon lime twist and peekaboo peach and sweet sugar plum, even fresh fig. What is the blue? Maybe Bermuda Bay. Anyway, so I put Wink of Stella over it, and then this was my mistake. I used this on my ink blending craft sheet here. It was a bit slippery. What I should have done was maybe taped the donuts down, because here I am using my fine tip glue pen, and the glue is quite thin and wet. So when you have ink over top of these small little circular donut frostings, then you go over it with a wet glue, they tended to, as I was doing this, they tended to sort of bow up, if that's the right word. And then, yeah, it was a little difficult. They did flatten back down once they dried, and these are somewhat dry. They're still a little bit malleable, But you can see on the back of this chocolate one how much ink actually had come through that paper. So it was ink and then wet glue. Stampin' Up used to sell something called Crystal Effects, and now I think Ranger actually sells a product called Glossy Accents that would have been better because it's thicker. Anyway, so I've done all of that. I've glossed my donuts up, although, you know, we did have a little bit of problem, but it wasn't too bad. I put dimensionals on all of them, and you can see how fantastic they look. They really do look shiny, and so the fine tip glue pen does work. It's just thinner, so you have to think, well, maybe I should tack the stuff down so things don't bow up on me. Anyway, I stamped the sentiment in the soft suede, and then I chose 3 colors, the lemon lime twist for maybe a green apple donut. I don't think I've ever had one in that color before. That one is definitely strawberry. And I'm thinking the pink one is like apricot. Sorry, not pink, yellow. So that was card number 3 for you today. Really cute. I think that one's my favorite one out of all of them. And now I have all these little mini donuts left around. So I decided to try to put a lot of them to use. Again, using that same punny sentiment, donut, forget you are the best. And now I have put down, I'm just putting down as many as I can to make it look good. And voila, there's another quick card, and I still have some left over. And here's a look. Some of the glue kind of went a little weird. I have to say, I do prefer Crystal Effects. I wish Stampin' Up still sells it. Pardon me. Okay, so we're on to card number 4. So I took a little bit of that bag that came in the kit that was supposed to, where you're supposed to put your card, and I cut off about 1.5 inch strip. Again, I cut the donut base in half. Now I'm pulling off the chocolate drizzle. I'll be adhering that to the plain vanilla piece of frosting. Seriously, am I making like a cooking show here, or am I doing a craft video? Good grief. It sounds ridiculous. Okay, anyway, yeah, and so again, these stickies really have to be stuck down with your bone folder. I cut off the excess middle hole there, and then I adhered the frosting to the base of the donut. Now, eventually this all comes together, I promise. I have cut that little strip, kind of, I think it was about 5.5 inches, and by 1.5 inches. And I put the perfectly straight side to the edge of my card. Now I am just cutting off the excess. Always like to do that. And this is probably the reason why most of the time my scissors get really gunky. I have a piece of Whisper White 5.5 by 4.25, and I cut off 1/4 inch, and that is going to be my front panel. I have used the stamps from the kit, May Your Day Be Sprinkled with Love. Again, trying to stick with the same ink that was in the kit. So this is some fun foam. Smart idea if you are putting a lot of embellishment or something heavy on top, which would be the donut, that your card front does not sag on you. So adhesive on both sides of that. And because it's 5.5 and I'm using a Whisper White thick card base that is 5.5 tall, I decided to lay it on my craft table and adhere it that way so it'd be nice and straight. So I've put dimensionals on the back of this lovely donut. And now I'm going to decorate it up with as much sprinkle as I possibly can do. Again, kind of worried about, you know, someone's teeth if they're going to bite into a donut that has, you know, half pearls on it, but that's okay. It's all imaginary, right? Anyway, I'm putting the little, also the little translucent-y, well, they weren't translucent. They were kind of like, I don't know, mirror card almost. Like they shimmered and shined different colors where the light hit them. They're quite lovely. So again, here's my Wink of Stella. I've put a little bit on the acrylic block, and now I am dotting. I usually have a tendency to dot in threes, like 2 big and 1 small, or 2 small and 1 big, so it looks a little bit more random. Totally covered the whole of that donut. So now you have teeth breaking pearls and iridescent-y type shiny candies, and then some Wink of Stella, which looks like sugar. Actually looks quite lovely. I'd be happy about getting a donut like that. Okay, so that was the 4th card. Okay, so here we go with this blue piece. I had no idea what this kind of was. I think it was like the generic, if you didn't want to do donuts, you could do sort of something else with this blue thing. So I cut the bag that you would normally put the donut card in, the stripy bag. I cut that in a circle. I also cut some soft suede cardstock with a smaller circle, and here are the little flowers that came in the kit. So I'm just pumping those up with some dimension on my piercing mat. I'm stamping this sentiment, and now I'm adhering everything down. So there was an obnoxious use of dimensionals on the back of that stripy crumb cake piece that I'm just not willing to share with the public. It was obscene. Obscene. I should have used fun foam. Anyway, popping everything up. This right here is the mistake. I should have put my gold thread, which I have off to the side. You can't see it, but I was going to put gold thread, but I just got so into adhering everything that I didn't put it down. It eventually goes down, but not in the spot that I had initially intended. Okay, so here's my little blue dot as well. So it's all sort of coming together in a little cluster. The banner now is going on, some with dimensional and some with fast fuse. Now this little ruler is a ruler I got from, well, it's the Misty Corners, the ruler comes with, but I use it like a tea ruler, and it's great. It's really small. It's smaller than my normal tea ruler, and I'm able to sort of make sure that my sentiments are straight. Okay, so glue dots are coming out. I use my regular glue dots instead of the flat ones that come in the kit because sometimes they're time consuming. Anyway, here I'm putting the little pearls as centers of the flowers, and I'm kind of guessing that this could be an anniversary card. And you can see here where I've cut off the excess, of course, but I am watching for that gold thread. Now I lost the footage. I probably deleted it by mistake of me putting it in there. So just let you know, it wasn't pretty. I had to lift up that blue piece, and you can see it sort of flipping up right now as I'm putting Wink of Stella on the flowers, but I do sort of glue dot it down so that it is secure. And there is my messy nest. And is that card number 5? Good grief. Okay, so here is another card that I made with this one with the blue circle, and there's a piece of the bag. I have fast fused that to my Whisper White card base, and I will cut off the excess. So I was kind of thinking that this was a tablecloth and that blue circle was a plate. So let's see, the curved sentiments again say, may your day be sprinkled with love. Was it love? Sprinkled with love, yeah. Anyway, so I'm kind of doing a little, I don't know, homage to plates, really. A plate of donuts. I would be happy if someone gave me a plate of donuts. And it's not because I'm on a diet or anything. It's always a struggle. Okay, so again, dimensionals on the outside, but fast fuse on the little, on the inside, so that it does give a little bit of a lift. It wasn't a lot of lift. I should have maybe doubled up on my dimensionals. But anyway, I'm just placing those extra little baby donuts down, and that's the card. So you got 6 alternative cards this time around. Plus there's another picture of an alternative card at the end. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf to visit my website, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.